Welcome to the DMF. I am your host, Justin Yachts. This is episode 49, and unfortunately, it's not a good day for America. Now, I know some people aren't going to like some of these comments, so if you don't want to hear my views on Trump, I suggest you click off now. I try to be fair as I possibly can be. I give you my honest thoughts. I don't know how else to see this but as an attack on America and an attack on American beliefs, and this is an act of terrorism. Now, some may disagree with me, but that's how I see it. I don't agree with what has happened today, and I'm going to talk about that. And if you want to hear that, here are my thoughts. If not, well, thank you for listening. Do another episode. It's okay. It's okay. We don't have to agree on everything. And I want to say thank you for listening. And yeah, stay tuned. Oh, and I'm still trying to get used to this microphone, so please bear with me a little while longer. I finally got a cord so I can tape from my iPad, so I always want to be honest with you, so that may be what you're hearing, so just give me a little bit more time. It's almost ready the way I want it to be. So stay tuned. Well, this was quite a tragic day today. I didn't even know what to say. It's unconscionable what we saw today. Now, I know there are some people that, feel that there are some problems with this election, but I don't think most of those people that I know would do something such as this, where they would just storm the Capitol. Basically, what happened today is Trump supporters went, they were at a rally, and Trump told them to go to the Capitol. And they did. And, it did look peaceful at first, but then you see the footage and they were breaking the glass. I mean, I didn't even know what to think if I was in that building as a senator or a House representative. I mean, you're there doing your job, and here come a mob because they don't like the results of the election. I'm sorry, but that's not how this country works. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But you don't go and complain when you don't get the results that you want. And what we saw today was an act of terrorism. Now, I'm trying to form my thoughts as concise as I can, but watching this footage, it's just like, that is not the America I know. That is not protesting. That's terrorism. When I see the footage of somebody taking a crowbar to the Capitol, that's just, we don't do that. Sitting at the head of the house because they ran everybody off. What was their attempt? That they were going to go, well, we can't do it now. I mean, they were going to certify these election results, whether you liked it or not. This just delayed the process. But it's an attack on America. This is terrorism. There's no other way to say this but terrorism. And I know Trump, sent the tweet and said for them to go home, but he also said that he still feels that, the election was stolen. So he's not truly extinguishing the flame. If he really wants peace, then he would say that it's over and to peacefully protest. And he's not doing that. He's nowhere to be seen. He should have gone to the Capitol. They're not going to hurt him, and told them that it's over. You need to go home. The fact that I, I just, I can't believe that. Also, somebody got shot and killed. I mean, blood was spilled on the Capitol here. Now, Congress is back in session, but this is the closest thing that I felt like something was 9/11. This felt like 9/11. I can remember being a kid and getting that eerie feeling. And that's what this felt like. I don't even know what to say. I have to talk about it because I'm trying to be partial, but like that, it's terrorism. That is not protesting. Now, we witnessed Trump extinguish protesters so that he could hold a Bible up. And it took almost 2 hours for the National Guard to show up. And apparently, it wasn't even Trump who called them. It was Pence. I don't know what to say. He's only got 2 weeks left, and I feel like he's caused even more damage in 2 weeks. This is just... I don't know. Look at this. 4 dead after rioters stormed Congress to block Biden's win. 1 woman shot and killed. 3 suffered medical emergencies. That is not the America I want to be in. That is not the America I know. We are better than this. We don't. That's not politics. And I feel like these protesters, they've like shut off the part of their brain that says that this is wrong. And what are they protesting for? So that Trump can have 4 more years? He doesn't even... The way he's governed hasn't even helped them. I don't get it. Why would... It's not like they're going for, equality for all. It's just they feel Trump was screwed out of the election, so they're going to do everything they can to what? Make us fear us into, taking... That's not how this works. Joe Biden is the president-elect. And I've heard a lot of people saying that we should just invoke that Congress should impeach him again and then remove him from office. Some have said they should invoke the 25th Amendment. It's just, I can't believe that people would even do that. It just shows no respect for government or for rules or for society. And if we don't have respect for rules, then we are just a lawless nation. Like I said, sometimes you're going to win some, sometimes you're going to lose some. It's almost impossible to win every single time. You know what? You do the best you can. You don't storm the Capitol because your guy lost. And that's all it is about. This blind fellowship of Trump. I don't get it. I don't want to, invoke Hitler here, but if you read the Weimar Republic, you can see the similarities. I'm not trying to throw this out like every other media station does. I mean, if you look at the similarities, it's astounding. It's kind of scary that this is where we are in 2021. We should be better than this. I mean, Nixon never said this stuff. As bad as Nixon was, as much as a lot of us don't like Bush, both Bush, but Bush too, at least, nothing like this. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, it upsets me because I'm just like, that is not, I keep saying this, but it's not America. Today felt like 9/11, except it was our own people because they don't like the results of the election, even though they don't have a shred of truth that says anything or proof. Show me some proof. They got allegations. And every court that has seen these allegations has laughed them out of court. Nothing has stood. If there was even a shred of truth, Bill Barr would have been right on it. And even he knows there's nothing here. It's over. And because this guy can't get over it, he has a rally and incites people, and then they go and do it. That's not how we conduct business in the United States of America. It's not. And he's been talking about stuff like this for all, you can go all the way back to his very beginning, his first speech, where he, said that, Mexicans, we're getting their rapists and we're getting the drug dealers. We're getting the worst of the worst, not the best of the best. I'm paraphrasing here, but I mean, Charlottesville, not condemning that. Still not conceding for this election. In 2 weeks, Biden's going to move into the White House. Is he even going to do the peaceful transition of power that every president has done before him? And a lot of them didn't like each other. But we always did it because we believed in a peaceful transition of power. And this is the first time we're not going to have that. Is he even going to show up at the inauguration, which every president has done? It's just unheard of. And the fact that some Republicans are going, this and that, there's no excuses here. This should be punished. This is not politics as usual. This should be investigated. This should not stand. If it stands, then we've set a benchmark that will be eclipsed the next time. Because people say, they're not going to do anything. You need to do something. You need to do something. I try not to get into it, but I don't know how it's to say this. As an American, I feel insulted. This feels like an attack on the values. This is not us. And if this is what you want, I don't know what I don't want to live in your America. I'm just going to say that right now because I would rather. I believe in peaceful transition of power. I believe in protest, peaceful protest. Gandhi protested and changed a country. He didn't use violence. And what we're seeing now is like third world country stuff. We don't do that. It really makes me sad. Because it just, I see that footage and then breaking the glass of the Capitol building. What our republic stands for. Having no respect, sitting in their offices. Did they think this was just weird? This was gonna just fly over? That's terrorism. That is terrorism. It is no better than anything else that we have seen. I mean, I'm like very angry right now that I'm seeing people act like this. I'm thinking it's okay. Now, I got to say hats off to the journalists who were willing to go out into the field and report on this war zone because that could have gotten ugly for them because they hate all news media that says anything bad about Trump. Even Fox News isn't good enough for them anymore. Fox News isn't good enough for them. You know, when people talk about the left, we want policy. We want the left and the right and the center all to be held accountable. We want questions asked. And then you have this where it's like going farther right of Fox News. What is that? Everything Trump says is correct. This was my biggest fear with having him there because I know him from reading about him. You know, at one point I did like Trump and I respected him, but from everything I've learned about it, he can't take a loss, and he just wants to throw. He's tried his legal battles, and that didn't work. So now he's going to try physical force. And I'm afraid to tell him it's not going to work either. This is America. This is not your business. This is not. Look at that. Look at these people standing here like. I'm just angry right now. I'm angry that this has happened in my country. We look so much weaker because of this. This is not a good message to send to the world. I care about that. I care about our representation all over the world. And that's something that has been damaged by Trump because he doesn't care about that. He is associated with dictators and people like that, as opposed to the people that we believe in. This is just, I mean, Pence was in that building. Mitch McConnell was in that building. Pelosi's in that building. AOC's in that building. Rashida Tlaib's in that building. Josh Hawley is in that building. They're being attacked too. The people that are for Trump are being attacked by this mob who just, everything government is, it's anarchy. And it's not the way to go. I just can't believe people would act that way. They complain about the Black Lives Matter things and stuff like that. It's like, they didn't do anything like that. There's no proof of them. There's no anything of them doing anything like that. When I say proof, it makes it sound like I'm hiding something. No, there's nothing. There is absolutely nothing holding that. We don't do that. And to see this, the media attacked the left a lot and said that, the left never did this. The right never did this. This isn't the right. This isn't the left. This isn't politics. This is terrorism. And it might be Trump's people, but it is I hope to believe it's a small portion of the people. I don't believe that all the people that, that like Trump and agree with his policies, agree with this. Because I don't think they do. I don't think they condone this. This is a small portion of it, but what Trump needs to do is go on there and say, this is not right. And what Biden said was enough is enough is enough, and it's true. Even Lindsey Graham. Now, probably because, the Senate is now that. And let's talk a little bit about that. The Senate. The Senate has now, both Senate seats have come to the Democrats. The Democrats now have control of the House and the Senate. And Trump basically gave it to them. Because he said that, saying that election is fraudulent and stuff, it's really hard to get those people to go out and vote. I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm thankful no one else is hurt. Because a lot of people could have gotten hurt. But you just don't do that. You don't do that. That's not the way America operates. And it makes me mad to see that our own people, who a lot of them probably be like, we're all about patriotism and this and that. They've got the don't tread on me flag and everything. And then they act like this, like barbarians. It's not how we do things. We don't break the glass. We don't storm the Capitol. We have diplomacy. We're not animals. And what I'm seeing right now, it looks like animalistic attacks. I mean, what would they have done if Pelosi was in there? What if they got one of these senators or representatives? Are they going to hold them hostage? How's that anyway? That's terrorism right there. This is terrorism. I cannot condone it any more than that. This is terrorism. And I'm upset. I'm kind of pissed off. I'm sorry about that. I don't mean to curse, but this is not. This is un-American. What I am seeing right now, this is un-American. Holding up a flag while you terrorize the nation. I mean, most people are going to condemn this for what it is. I can't see a lot of people, even Trump supporters. They're not going to. They're not barbarians. There's a lot of good people out there. But this small band of people who think that you're going to enforce policy by force. There's a book called Power versus Force. Power means it's in you. That's what Gandhi had. That's what Martin Luther King had. That's what Lincoln had. And then there's force. Making somebody do something. That's Hitler. That's Mussolini. That's Stalin. That's that way. That's terrorism. That's Saddam Hussein. That's Osama bin Laden. We're going to make you change. Well, power will always win out on force. And what we are seeing today is an act of force, not power. Force. Trying to force the country to bend to their will. It won't stand. It will not stand. Justice will be served. This is not going to be forgotten about. And if you are for this, I don't know what to say. Tell me how this is right. Tell me, explain it to me. Yeah, here's the guy who sat in Pelosi's desk and thinks he's a patriot for storming the Capitol. I don't know. I don't have much more to say. Yeah. Well, as always, you can reach me at my handle at Justin Yachts. And I will see you next time on the DMF.